What? Oh, come on. Let it be happening. Oh. What? Shh. Well, that's a bad face to pause myself on. All right, I think we're good. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and put it back out there. And I am live. Boop. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Let me minimize that a little bit so I know that I'm still there. Burp, 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 burp. Alrighty then, guys. Here we go. Cover that. Okay. Whoop. Here we go, guys. Happy Friday, my film friends. Welcome to the Vodka stream, the film Junkee Vodka stream, live. That's right. Live from good old, kind of sunny California. It's been kind of not so sunny lately, but cheers, guys. If you're new to the Vodka stream, I think I poured a little more today. And I've already had one because I had kind of a rough day. I've had a rough week. So I was like, I needed one. I actually had one when I got home, took a nap, ate some food, and then here we go. And I had another one before I started the stream. And now I have this one for you guys. So cheers, guys. What's going on? Everybody's typing in their comments in the chat. What's happening, guys? See some of the usual suspects. Binary Sunset. It's the Pro X Men in Tights podcast. That's right. Jose. What's up, guys? How's it going? You about to eat some ribs there, Day Tripper? Day Tripper. One-way ticket, yeah. I had KFC, or Kifka, as I like to call it. Because I have a KFC like right up the street, and for some reason that sounded good. For some reason. The reason why I say for some reason it sounded good is because my very first job I had as a young lad was a cook at KFC. Something you don't know about me, but yeah. I was a cook at KFC, a fry cook, for almost 2 years. After that, I could not eat that chicken or look at that chicken. Anytime the commercial showed up on TV, I went, But now, because that was a while ago, I can eat it now. And if for some reason I just wanted fried chicken. I don't know. It's Friday. Fuck it. Get it? Friday fried chicken. Oh, it's going to be a dumb one today, guys. I'm just be saying some stupid stuff. What's up, Hunter? How you doing? Double tall whiskey, huh, game? Buffet? Damn, look at you. I actually have a little small miniature bottle of Jack Daniels just sitting on my computer desk. It's so fitting that that the bottle is sitting next to Mr. Arthur here. So I mean, I guess that's fitting, right? That's fitting. So yeah. Or I mean, there's also Mr. J. And then sadly, guys, my Batman got beheaded. I think by the Joker, maybe. I don't know. Oh my God. I've had that Funko Pop, the Batman one, for years and years, and it finally just, I don't know what the hell happened, but the fucking head broke off. I have a Batman vs Superman. Batman Funko Pop. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. Let me just send this text here. So what's happening, guys? How was your week? What's going on? Your first job was at cashier at Toys R Us. Good times. Yeah, I had good times at KFC as a cook. You know, some of the guys back there were fun, you know, and everything. It was all good. Hey, is Steven here? Yep, Steven is right there. Chicken Junkee. How dare you, sir? Fried chicken Junkee. Come on. Yeah. So, you know, it was interesting. And my second job was actually Sizzler as a busboy. That's right. So I went from fry cook to busboy. Good times. And then right after that, I became a cable guy. And there you go. All of a sudden, it was like adult-ish kind of stuff. So, yeah. Good times, man. Did everyone buy the T-shirt? Oh, you're talking about the T-shirt. Obviously, I titled the stream tonight, Aequitas, Aequitas. I'm bad with pronouncing shit. But obviously it means justice. And, the main thing is justice. Obviously, with that Snyder t-shirt, hopefully you guys ordered one. It's a beautiful, beautiful t-shirt. I ordered mine yesterday. So right there with you. And the last I read, it was over $20,000 raised. And they only wanted, well, it says that it only wanted to raise 1,000. I think it said that on there, but I think it was just a random number. They didn't care. They wanted to raise as much as possible, of course. So it's really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Cable guy like Jim Carrey. You know how many times I had customers, when I went into their houses, say that, oh, the movie, run the movie. Cable guy. Sorry if I was too loud right there, but no, what's funny? What's funny about when I watch Cable Guy? It frustrates me because it's inaccurate. After becoming a cable guy and going through the training and going through ride-alongs, and then of course being a tech, which is what they call it. Okay, we're not cable guys. It would be called field technician. That's what it was called. But it's inaccurate. Like when he installs, it's very weird. How it all works. Like I didn't I was like, why did he have to rearrange the furniture? Remember the part where he had to rearrange the furniture to get him better reception? Yeah, that makes sense if it's an antenna, but if it's a piece of coax coming from a tap that it's hooked up to, you don't need to rearrange the furniture. It was weird. It's over $20,000. Good. It's at $22,000. See, there you go. Yeah. So it's making a lot there, and that's really good. I mean, cheers to that, guys. I mean, cheers to Snyder and his family and everything like that. I'm doing good there, Mr. Star Wars fan. Doing good. There you go. Dave confirmed the Cable Guy reboot. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. I'm going to be in it. I just have to have that lisp that he has, the lisp. I actually like the Cable Guy, even though it's inaccurate when it comes to certain things. But I like that movie. It's Ben Stiller directed dark comedy. Why not? What's wrong with that? And Jim Carrey, I always love Jim Carrey. Why not? Dave, what are some movies or TV shows that have impacted you emotionally, like happy, sad, or mad, or other emotions? I mean, you throw me a Christopher Nolan movie. Memento, I always go back to Memento. That's something that impacted me big time because that movie floored me. And this is before people really even knew who Christopher Nolan was. I think I watched Memento and he was already starting to get known-ish. It was before Batman Begins, but I think it wasn't. Did he release his other movie? I don't know. I just remember watching Memento, and that movie struck a chord in me. That movie made me want to write. I wrote a script after that. I was so inspired by the writing of Memento that I wrote a script myself. That was, that kind of, I just like the fact that, because Nolan, he's a big fan of not telling linear stories, not just from like A to, all the way to Z. Like he likes to go back and just, go all over the place. And Memento, if you watch it, it's very unique in the fact that you're seeing part of the story being told backwards and part of the story being told forwards. And then it meets up and then you're like, wow. What the fuck? It's crazy. And it just inspired the shit out of me. So I always talk about that movie just really inspiring me back in the early 2000s. Yeah, I watched, I think it came out, 99 or something. And then I think the first time I watched it was 2002 or 3. And it just floored me. It floored me. So that's one of those movies. And yes, one of these days that story will hopefully get out there. I actually try to adapt it into a novel. And it's currently stuck in my old computer that crashed. Yeah, that's right. I have a novel that's about 82% done. That's based on that script that I wrote. I just rearranged it, fixed it up. And yeah, hopefully one of these days I'll finish it. I think it's a goal. I'll eventually get it there. But yeah, We'll see what happens. Unpopular opinion, I think Matt Reeves is going to royally fuck up the Batman movies. I don't think he's a better director than Nolan or Affleck. And I don't think he's taking it seriously at all. What? Did you not watch those Apes movies? I don't think he's going to royally fuck them up. Okay? He can't do any worse than Schumacher. Okay? Can't do any worse than that. No. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'm currently revising a novel. Oh, are you, Bones? That's cool. I like that. The Dark Knight Returns and Inception endings always hits me hard. Memento is something else, though. Yeah, it really is. Like, just the way that story is told, it's just so original. And I was just floored by it. I've seen that movie so many times, and I'll show it to people that haven't seen it. And it was funny because I'll show anytime that I'm going, I'm seeing somebody and we want to watch a movie, I recommend it. I ask them, have you seen the movie Memento? And each time they've always loved it. They've loved it. They're like, wow. Except for one girlfriend I had, she was like, you're going to have to explain it to me. And I was like, shit. It's just not meant to be then. But the others did. So no worries there. Release Dave's script, right? Like I said, I would love to release it in a novel form. I'd love to be a novelist or something one of these days, because that's one thing that I was always kind of good at in school. Was not good at math, which is weird because my brother is a math teacher. He's very, very good at math. He went he took all the classes, and he's a high school math teacher. And my mom's good at math too, but it didn't really hit me. But when it came to English, and especially when it was like, hey, write a short story, I was like, on it, and always got A's. So I was always very creative with stuff like that. So Marina Baccarin as Catwoman. Yeah, but let's give somebody else a chance. I know you want Gugino, but I could see Moran too. Or is that right? Morena? I could see that too, but she's already in a comic book franchise, and who knows if she's coming back, though. That's true. But I could see it. I just, it'd be nice to have somebody else. Joel Schumacher's Batman movies are great comedies. They are. They're guilty pleasures. I think Batman Forever is much, 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 much better than Batman and Robin. I'm just saying. That's all. Do you think the Birds of Prey costumes are going to be flashy or toned down? We're in 2019. They're not going to be flashy. They're not going to be too revealing, I don't think. But then again, what I'm really hoping is they go, fuck it. And they have Black Canary and fishnets. Harley Quinn is still fucking looking sexy as shit because I say, Margot Robbie. I don't know how accurate they're going to be. Like I said, I've said it many times before, like, I don't know about this movie. I don't know, but they started filming. There was like a little teaser video that was showing up, which I probably should have commented about. Eva Green as Catwoman, changed my mind. What are you, fucking Steven Crowder? Eva Green, she was in my top 5. Eva, whatever the hell you want to call her. Yeah. MILF Pfeiffer should come back. She's still fucking hot. You're right. She is still fucking hot. One of the best things, and probably one of the only best things, in Ant-Man and Wasp. My God, did that movie fucking fuck. Ugh. Yes, release a Schumacher Batman Forever cut because it was darker, and then he just bent over backwards for Batman and Robin, and that was totally a paycheck. He just did it for a paycheck. Oh, man, that's crazy. Zack Snyder should create his own cinematic universe. Not with an H. Come on. Betty White as Catwoman. You're sick, but I kind of dig it. They might change Harley Quinn's hair. I'm sure Harley Quinn's going to get a full, hey, look who it is. Aaron Levine. He's in here, guys. Oh, no. What are we going to do? He always loves to say butthurt Snyder turds during their group therapy section. We haven't even talked really about Snyder at all. We're just talking about movies, man. It's okay. Jeremy Melvin. We need to have something about the Snyder Cut, or The Simpsons, because oh yeah, on The Simpsons, right? Because they predicted Joss Whedon. They predicted a lot of shit. It's crazy. They was like predicted like 9/11. There was like they showed like a magazine cover or TV guide cover of 9/11 or of the Twin Towers and a plane headed toward them, and it was like in the 90s. It's crazy, really crazy. We're making a cartoon here, people. Schumacher, yeah, pretty much. I think he was he signed on and then realized, shit, I gotta do Batman and Robin. And then they were just like, we're just selling toys and fuck it, whatever. Nobody who worked on that movie is proud of that movie at all. Schwarzenegger, Clooney especially, is vocal about how he hated that movie. And of course, Aaron Levine loves Zack Snyder. He probably fucking jerks off to his pictures. I don't know. That's why he's so obsessed with this. I don't know. He's been doing this for so long, and he's not tired of it. So there you go. Everybody blocked the scumbag. Blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. Just ignore him. If he says something, just ignore him. I'm not gonna comment about him anymore. Superman Red Son animated movie. Did you hear about it? Yes. Cheers to that. DC animation. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Along with Hush and Long Halloween. You're killing it with the animation. That's for damn sure, guys. What's up, Vessel? How you doing? Someday we finally got to see the Snyder Cut. It's going to be funny to see all the confirmations that we had. And yeah, it's like I said, I mean, I know people, especially with the shirt and everything, is getting excited. But as far as I could tell, there still hasn't been really too much more on that. But I'm still. Reign of Superman comes out this week. What? It's about time. Shit. God. I want to see they did good with Death of Superman, so I like it. So Dave, Zach applauded my theory. Oh, there you go, Hardboil. He did. I'm going to do a video about it tomorrow. Because I asked someone to, and we'll talk about it. I'm going to do a video about it. I meant to do it today, but today was just kind of less like, it was just a bleh day, with all stuff. Do you watch Young Justice? Do you like season 3 so far? I haven't watched it yet. I know I'm lagging. I'm really lagging. This weekend though, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna binge watch all those episodes that they have up on the DC universe. So we'll see what happens. Wow. I just watched Batman Ninja last night. Pretty damn good. That movie is an acid trip, okay? And especially that final act in that movie is fucking nuts. I watched that and I was like, what? I was with it and I'm like, this is interesting. And then that final act was just holy crap. It was nuts. Absolutely nuts. We still need to see Jared Leto's Joker kill Jason Todd as Robin. That'd be pretty crazy to see that. 50-50 on Birds of Prey. Worried. It could be the new female Ghostbusters. I don't think it'll be that bad because that movie was frustrating, especially as a Ghostbusters fan. I mean, when I grew up and oh my God, I was a big Ghostbusters fan, and yeah. That was just, it was just my thing. I dressed as a Ghostbuster every Halloween almost. And I loved it. Cartoon, comic books, the figurines, toys, everything. So, guys, just ignore it. Yeah, just ignore the Levine stuff. Just block, whatever you got to do. Just don't even ignore it. Don't even. Okay? That's it. But, Ghostbusters 2016 was just a horrible shit sandwich. But it's certified fresh. Because, people actually really love that movie, or they claim that they did. Episode 4 is good. It's getting better. Should Shazam move its release date from being sandwiched between Captain Marvel and Endgame? I love it, and I know, but box office worries me. Yeah, I actually agree with you on that. There's a lot of movies coming out in April. I don't know why. I mean, I guess they look at analytics, and they look at numbers, and they know which months are going to be the best ones, but what I don't understand about that is, like, if you're constantly releasing big movies in the same time frames, how are you supposed to know? I mean, obviously, if you release a big movie in a certain, week, it's going to show that there's a spike And I don't know what they're basing it on. I don't get that. And I'm kind of worried that Shazam is like right there, this new character. And, I have faith that it'll do well. But if you have it sandwiched between two, the first female-led Marvel movie and then, the conclusion to Infinity War, kind of worried. But then again, I was kind of worried about Aquaman, being with Bumblebee and Mary Poppins, and look what's happening with that. It's probably going to hit $1 billion. We're probably going to wake up to news that tonight Aquaman has reached $1 billion. So mahalo to Mr. Momoa. That's awesome stuff. It's fucking great. Ivy looked great. They have I'm sure. I wonder what a Poison Ivy live action movie would be like. I mean, in Gotham was good. I like how obviously first she was a child and then they made her grow up. And they didn't over sexualize her or anything like that, but I just wonder what they would do in the movie. Now, obviously Uma Thurman looked fine, but she was so awful. Her and Schwarzenegger were just trying to be the worst actors ever in those roles. And then you had Bane. Wow, so bad. It's just so bad, Are you hyped for Endgame? Hell yeah. It's one of my most hyped movies, man. I'm sorry to say I enjoyed the shit out of Infinity War. I enjoyed it very much. And the fact that it ended like that, I was impressed by the MCU for doing that. It didn't end on a happy note for once. And it was like, wow, what the fuck's going to happen here? So I'm curious to see how they bring the characters back and everything like that. So yes, I'm definitely hyped for it. I still want some Gotham City Sirens movie. So do I. David Ayer, but that's not happening because, it's sad. He got his movie taken away from him. That's one of the things that's left a bad taste in my mouth with Birds of Prey, because I know he was developing Gotham City Sirens, and I don't know if Margot Robbie and Warner Brothers decided to go over his head and said, no, let's do this instead because it's 2018, 19, whatever. We don't need this. We don't need this white man to fucking direct an all-girls movie, which, yeah, he would have got hell for that. That's the thing, is as much as I want to see Gotham City Sirens, they would have given hell to David Ayer for directing it because it's a female-led movie. You can't have that now. It's just you can't do it. You can't do that now. So it sucks because, hopefully if he was going to do Gotham City Sirens, they weren't going to dick with it like they dicked with Suicide Squad. I still want to see his initial cut of Suicide Squad. My God, because that movie frustrates me because there's really good things in there, really good things that you could see. Ayer was like, yes. But then you just see this generic fucking stupid shit, laser beam up in the sky. And it's just, they dicked with it way too much. Can't stand Brie Larson. Yeah. And I've even heard some things about, we'll see if those come out. Is there any Mark Webb director's cut of Amazing Spider-Man 2? Do you think Mark Webb deserved to do Amazing Spider-Man 3 with? It would have been nice if he got his trilogy. I mean, I really liked Amazing Spider-Man 1. The first one was good. The second one had really, really just some of the best Spidey sequences of all the Spider-Man movies. Had some really great Spider-Man sequences. I mean, the visual effects, some of the web slinging and shit like that were amazing. But the villains were just horrible to me. Just horrible. Okay, even though I was trying to be around the new Goblin with what's his nuts, Dane DeHaan, but it's just, and then Jamie Foxx was just awful, and so was, you have Paul Giamatti playing the fucking Rhino, and you got him in this goddamn Transformer suit. It's just like, it was just so bad. It was so bad. That's what ruined it. Was that, and it's just, but but there was like cutout scenes where Peter sees his dad and shit like that, and it's just like, so they, Sony dicked with that too, just like they dicked with Venom, but nobody seems to care that they dicked with Venom. Did I just see Godzilla versus my penis Ultimate Edition? Easy there, Jeremy. My God. What do you got? What you call your dong King Kong? King Dong? Thoughts on Glass reviews? Well, I did a short video about that. That just doesn't bother me. I mean, yeah, I mean, who knows? Because you just don't know anymore. You just don't know. Because when look what happened. Look what's happened with some of these movies. Is like there's a big, and I made the joke. There's a split, split between critics and audiences. But there's only like a handful of critics that really want to be like, no, don't go see this movie. It's so bad. Fuck this movie. When they do that, fuck them. But there's a lot of critics out there that are just critiquing and putting out their opinions. We can't just always shit on every single one of them. But, but still, we got to go see it. And it seems like people are now just going, you know what? I just want to go see this movie, and I'm going to go see this movie. That's what it's showing lately. That's what's been shown with Venom. And then, of course, even Aquaman. I mean, most critics liked Aquaman, but still, it was getting to that 50-50. It was still divisive. So, I don't know. But cheers to Aquaman, man. I tell you what, mahalo. So good. So good. Andrew Garfield, best Spider-Man. I actually agree with that. I do. I think he was the best. I think he is. Toby was great, but, it wasn't exactly what I thought Peter Parker Spider-Man should be. But, I mean, Spider-Man 2 is still, I think, the best one out of the bunch, out of the live-action bunch. And then I like Tom Holland, too. I like his innocence. I like that he's younger, and he plays that young Spidey. I actually do dig it. But, yeah, I think Garfield, I don't know. Something about Garfield I like the most, I think. So I'm with you on that. I'm with you. Shazam, hashtag. Whoa. Okay. Zach spoiling JL2 plot is bad news. I mean, I said it, and I said it in the video. We're not going to see his trilogy. So it'd be awesome if they put it in a graphic novel, or even like a lot of people mention animation. I just thought, well, animation is usually like, 80 minutes long. And this is Zack Snyder we're talking about. My God. The guy likes to take his time telling a story, slow burn. And we love him for it. Tom Holland annoys you. I get it. It's fine. You don't have to like him. I don't find him annoying. It's fine. Thoughts on Morbius? I'm looking forward to that. Jared Leto. I mean, he's a beast. We're going to see some interesting photos from him. He's already getting in the character. I hope he doesn't actually drink blood. Because I know he's very, method. He's very method. So Shazam movie has 8 villains. Well, yeah, you got the 7 deadly sins. And then, of course, the DAC. I don't think it's going to be that crazy, but you never know. It could be. Why JL2 plot is spoiled by Zach? Well, because we're not going to see it. He knows that. It's not really even that spoiled. Yeah, one part pretty spoiled, but we already knew that Batman was going to die. He was going to sacrifice himself. He tried to sacrifice himself in the first Justice League. He's going on that suicide mission, the Batmobile. That was what he was doing, guys. I mean, this is just when it comes to God. This is what when it comes to Batman vs Superman. We're talking about a Batman that's been around for 20 years, and he's losing his way. That's why he was killing. That's why he didn't give a fuck. And then when he almost killed Superman, he was like, fuck, I fucked up. And then he felt bad for that, and then he was going to sacrifice himself for the world because that's what he feels like he has to do. And that wasn't going to happen in the first JL. But in the second one, I don't know how it was going to happen. Snyder didn't spoil how Batman was going to die in the second movie, so he just said that he was. But we already knew that he was going to die. We already knew that, so it's not a spoiler. So, whatever. It's fine. Dave, where's the popcorn? I don't have any popcorn. I wish the MCU used Garfield instead of Holland. I really wanted to see older Spider-Man. Yeah, that would have been interesting, but it's whatever. I don't mind Holland. The only part that wasn't out there already was Baby Bruce. Ooh, don't say that, Steven. Spoiler alert! So, yeah. You're already spoiling my video, Steven. God damn it. '89 was groundbreaking after the Adam West Batman. Batman Begins was groundbreaking after Batman and Robin. I don't see what Reeves has to offer that is groundbreaking or even original. I guess we'll have to see. Bird Box left a lot of things unanswered. Yes, like how did Sandra Bullock keep her makeup and her eyebrows in tip-top shape through this apocalyptic shit for 5 years? You know, and I said that in my little quick review. I'm like, I don't mind when something extreme happens in a movie. I'm the first to be like, shut up, it's a movie, okay? Relax. When people are like, that wouldn't happen, I understand that. But filmmakers out there, can we make the actors look like they're in the setting and they look like they should be in that setting? Because Sandra Bullock didn't look like she should be sometimes with her makeup and her eyebrows. And then, what's his name? Mr. Rhodes. You know, he was fucking jacked. Just jacked. You know, he's like in his white beater and just jacked. And I'm like, really? Minimal food for 5 years, and you're still fucking looking like you've been pumping some goddamn iron. When? Like, I can understand he would have muscle tone. Maybe he was, you know, he's the dude. He's getting out there and whatever the fuck and doing some whatever. But to be that jacked, it's like, come on. Can we get some, you know, a little bit here? I mean, it's just it's a little annoyances that I have. I don't know. Reeves will give us a Detective Batman movie I've always wanted. See, that's the thing. He wants to make it very noirish and detective-like, which we've had a lot of that. And even with Batman vs. Superman, we were getting a lot more of that. And I think he's going to continue on with that. So I think he's got a plan. I enjoyed your gym rant on Film Junket podcast. Thank you. I totally forgot that I did. I ranted about couples and pairs at the gym. I hate that. Hey, what's up, Karan? How you doing? Cheers, buddy. Yeah, see? You even agree with me, too. I mean, Rhodes was just too fucking like, you know? And I understand these actors keep shaping this, that, and this, but it's just, all right, then let's, you know, just hey, you got cast for this role. We want you to be, can you just not work out for a bit? Just don't work out for a month, because I don't think do they get cast and then right immediately after that, they just start working? But I mean, he looked like he worked out, like he was pumping some dumbbells before they said action, which I know that happens. The Rock is notorious for that. You know, he'll you'll see that. Even I think Hugh Jackman, you see like behind the scenes, he's like, you know, pumping the dumbbells to make them look more jacked. And I think that's what Rhodes is doing. And it's like, you don't need to do that, man. Seriously, Dave. Now even the Golden Globe snub Amy Adams with Sharp Objects and Vice. What's she got to do to be honest, I didn't think she had enough to do in Vice for her to win. I didn't see Glenn Close as the wife. I probably will. I always like to see the award-winning movies before the Oscars. I don't think she did really well. I didn't see Sharp Objects. I heard she did really well with that. It's, you know, yeah, one of these days she will. Don't worry, she will. Do you think Joker versus Harley will get canceled since WWE will likely go? Yeah, I don't even know if that's even a thing. Who knows? Dave, you said the best way to see the 5-part arc is graphic novel, but there any possibilities that it becomes a reality? Well, you know, it's funny because I got, for the people that pushed back on that idea, Snyder's a filmmaker, okay? He wouldn't go for that. There's literally people telling me that. Zack Snyder is a big comic book nerd, was against putting the rest of his story in a comic book when they've done prequel Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman comic books. It was so funny. It was like, and then from what I heard, that he actually thought about that. So we'll see. Hey, Dave, have you watched Sicario Day of Soldado? I haven't yet. I keep forgetting about that movie. Shit. I love the first one, but of course this one's not Dennis, as I like to call him. It's not him, but I still heard it was pretty good, so I still have to watch that. I want to see Infinite Crisis movie. That'd be pretty sweet. Imagine seeing DCU, Nolanverse. Oh, man. You're talking about craziness right there. Nolanverse, Burtonverse. Whoa. Well, I mean, how are you gonna get Michael Keaton and Christian Bale to come back? I don't know. How should Leto's Joker be used in the DCU going forward? I want to see that Joker and Harley movie, to be honest. I would, if they're smart, make it like Natural Born Killers. You know? There you go. There's your fucking inspiration right there. Let the Harley and Joker movie be like Natural Born Killers. Make it R-rated and just trippy and weird. You know? It could be... people would probably enjoy the shit out of that. You know? Low budget, fucking R-rated couple that's just killing on a rampage and this, that, and this. I don't know. Dave, what do you think of JL2? Until it wasn't. Yeah, sadly. It sucks, but what can you do, man? Due to the success of Venom and Spideyverse, do you think it's possible Sony brings back? No, they're not going to bring back Garfield. They're not. They're over with that. You know, there's no going back. You know, I know a lot of people always say, like, they can go back and do this and that and this, that, and this. They're like, no, there's no going back. Studios don't want to admit that they're wrong. That's the thing. Studios hate to admit that they're wrong about certain things, no matter how, you know, a certain group of fans feel. Are you excited for episode 9? Absolutely. I still have to do my my Ray video. I've been teasing it for like a year now of who Ray and her parentage, what's going on with that. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know when, but I'll get to it. I thought a script was already made for Joker and Harley. Yeah, but that could have been. I don't know if that was actually true. Yeah, with the whole Dr. Phil shit, I don't know if that was actually true. Margot said she's trying to get Ivy on screen with Harley for a while, which makes me think something was preventing Gotham City Sirens from getting made. Who knows? Who knows what's going on with that? But it all got turned into Birds of Prey. So there you go. Snyder spoiled his 5-part DCU arc. Snyder Cut is dead. This guy. He didn't. Well, he spoiled a portion of it. That's it. Probably because we're not gonna see it. Imagine have a DC multiverse live action film. That would be that'd be pretty crazy. Garfield deserved another movie. Yeah, he did. I wish they gave the trilogy. I wish they got the trilogy, but they were trying to set up the Sinister Six shit too much. I think with that stuff, they were really trying to make a universe with that Spideyverse. So I don't know. Hey, you never know, because Spideyverse was a success. If they do more, they might have Garfield come back and voice a version of a Spider-Man. You know, obviously they have Jake Lloyd, who actually was surprisingly awesome. I was kind of like, really? Not Jake Lloyd, Jake Johnson. Did I say Jake Lloyd? Little Anakin? Holy crap. Oh, man. Jesus. Drink up, Dave. Ryan Johnson wrote J.J. Abrams' vision. I wouldn't say that. They're still doing it. Homecoming had 4 villains. 4 villains? Kind of. It was more like a team. A little bit of a team. It wasn't like big-time villains. I mean, I still think Keaton's Vulture was pretty fantastic. I think he was great. So do Emmerich and Sugihara have to get the boot for the Snyder Cut to be released? I don't know what it would take, to be honest. I don't know what it would take. It would take like big time. Yeah, Jake Lloyd. Yeah, I know. The vodka is kicking in. I was like, wait, Jake Lloyd? Oh, that's little Anakin. Annie. God. Feel sorry for that kid. I mean, didn't he get arrested last year or the year before or something like that? He's not doing movies and probably struggling through life. And I think he probably blames being Anakin for that. But I mean, yeah, when you watch Phantom Menace, he was really just bad in that movie. Feel sorry for the kid, but what can you do? Hey, like I said, guys, I had one before this. I don't know why Jake Lloyd. When I heard Jake Lloyd, it's Jake Johnson, right? I'm probably didn't even say his name wrong. I think that if Toby voiced Spider-Man Spider-Verse, his death scene would have been even. Yeah, that would have been interesting if they actually did bring back Yeah, he quit acting. Yeah, see, that's the thing. He quit acting because of all the backlash. And I think even what's his nuts? Hayden Christensen kind of did that too. That's what sucks. That's what sucks. I mean, I find you almost feel bad for these actors when they take on these big, huge roles. Because if it's not done the way that the majority of the fans like, they're going to get shit on and it could ruin their careers. Natalie Portman said that nobody wanted to touch her after Star Wars. She had to work her ass off to get back to where she is as, you know, a household name and a great actress. That's the thing that sucks. Ashton Kutcher and Andrew Garfield as Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. Get the fuck out of here. No. I don't mind Garfield, but Kutcher, come on. No. Get the hell out of here with that. I'm sorry. I can't. And just Ashton Kutcher and Topher Grace. Jeez. That 70s show reunion. I didn't mind Kutcher in that 70s show, but that's and I didn't mind him in Dude, Where's My Car? Actually, I thought Kutcher did good with Butterfly Effect. That movie also inspired me because I watched that around the time I first watched Memento, and both of those movies, The Butterfly Effect also inspired me to write a time travel movie. I wrote a time travel short movie, actually shot it too, by the way. I don't know where that movie's at. I think it's on a DVD somewhere. I actually shot a time travel type movie. Butterfly Effect had a lot to do with that. I was surprisingly impressed by Kutcher in that movie. But when he did Steve Jobs, no. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. The Jar Jar actor also came out, and he was also almost driven to suicide. Hayden Christensen bought a farm in Canada. It's crazy, right? That's what Steven is saying, man. It's crazy. You know, you get a role of a lifetime, and it could essentially ruin your life. I mean, you take that risk. And I think that's what happened even with like now with superhero roles. Look at Affleck struggling, and taking up the cow, man. That the bat cow, that's not easy to do. It's not. So if he doesn't end up coming back, the next actor, be prepared, man. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Leto and Batfleck starring in The Killing Joke with no dumb Batgirl prologue. Yeah, that animated prologue with Batgirl was awful. I mean, as soon as as soon as Babs and Bruce boinked on the root on the top of the goddamn. I'm like, really? You guys thought that was a good idea? You guys thought that Batman, who is big time friends and probably looks at Commissioner Gordon as a father, that he would fuck his daughter. Bruce would fuck Gordon's daughter. And not to mention, I mean, I guess there was never a relationship between her and Dick because that was always a thing. Oh God, I don't know. I have who gave the green light on that. That's what I want to know. You weren't impressed with Kutcher and 2.5 Men? No. As a matter of fact, I have 2.5 Men playing on right now because IFC plays on Friday. And I don't like the Kutcher years. I'm all about Sheen. I'm all about the Charlie Sheen years, okay? Winning. That's only because I've always been a fan of Charlie Sheen. Come on, Major League, Hot Shots. I grew up with the motherfucker. Yeah, he's a dumbass, and he didn't really plan shit right, and he's not exactly in the best of spirits now. But, I'm just saying, Charlie Sheen was a shit. So, yeah, we'll see. I hated Killing Joke animated movie. I hated the first half an hour. Other than that, it was fine. Oh, Quran, the critical reception of Glass. Who gives a shit? It's going to make a lot of money. Just like Split did. It probably won't make as much as Split. We'll see. But it's still gonna be okay. It's whatever. I'm still gonna see it. I'm still really excited about it. Donnie Darko is trippy. Yes, it is. Very much so. Oh yeah, Bruce Timm. They had Harley and Nightwing and Dick. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're going with that. Charlie Sheen was in that '70s show. Yes, he wasn't. But Ashton Kutcher, who was in that '70s show, took over when Charlie Sheen got exiled from 2.5 Men. Thoughts on Superman the movie? The 3 hours cut? The three what? There's a 3 hour cut? Is there? There is. Is that how long it is? I don't know. It's good. That'd be cool. 3 hours. Is it really? Is there a 3 hour cut of the original Superman movie? I mean, we're talking about the Donner cut, the second one, right? Dark Knight Returns, Under the Red Hood, Mask of the Phantasm, 3 best, hands down. Mask of the Phantasm, I love that. Under the Red Hood, I mean, it's still anime, it's good. Oh, you're talking about just full-on animation, yeah. I mean, Dark Knight Returns, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I think Mask of the Phantasm, very good. I remember seeing that with my dad when it came out because we both loved the animated series. Still love it. Nicole Kidman in Batman Forever is too fuckable. Hey, you're talking about Arthur's mom, okay? Okay? Yeah, she was stupid hot in that movie. My God. Dave, you got something on your shirt. Like what? What do I have on my shirt? I spilled something earlier when I was at work. I don't know what you're talking about. I want to never use villain and Reeves Batman save Joker for the sequel. Yeah, I would like to see Batman take on somebody who's not the Joker, but I want to have hints of Joker. Yes, I bought Zatch's shirt. Did you see what Chris Pine said about his character in Wonder Woman 2? Hopefully not Ant-Man and Wasp issue. No, I don't think it'll be like that because she still was stronger than him. She still was, in the first Wonder Woman, he was a good side character, and I want him to still be that side character. Ant-Man and Wasp, I mean, it's a fucking Ant-Man movie, okay? It's supposed to be an Ant-Man movie, and they just fucking dumbed him down to make her look, what? Yeah, it's not going to be the same. Don't worry. Dave, did you see Schumacher films in theaters when you were a kid? If so, what were your reaction? I waited in line in the rain to watch Batman Forever on opening night in a shitty little theater in the town that I was living in, which is not too far from here. Yeah, and I loved it. I saw it 3 times. Batman and Robin, at the time, I liked it because I was a kid and anything Batman was good in my book. But it wasn't, I didn't have the same reaction as I did with Batman Forever. I thought Batman Forever was great, and I idolized Jim Carrey at that time, which I think a lot of you can realize. You could see that, obviously. I think my humor, the way that I present myself and the humor that I have, you could tell that, obviously when you're a kid, you're like a sponge, and there's certain icons out there, especially when it comes to comedic presence out there, you kind of absorb it in. And a lot of people have always said, hey, you're like Jim Carrey. You're like Jim Carrey. And yes. After when Ace Ventura came out, I was like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. And when he became the Riddler, it was just like, oh, really? One of my favorite fucking actors is now a Batman villain. What the fuck? I was so excited. So excited. And it's funny because Robin Williams was supposed to play the Riddler at one point. And I would have loved that too. How amazing would that have been? Robin Williams as the Riddler? Yes. I just don't know. I don't know what would have been better, him or Carrey. It would have been interesting to see a Robin Williams Riddler. Would have been crazy. Would have been crazy. Speaking of Forever, let's just give thanks to Val Kilmer for being the most underrated. Yeah, we don't give too much credit to Kilmer. He was a really good Batman. He really was. Because I thought he fit. As much as I love Keaton's Batman, I didn't think he was that great of a Bruce Wayne because, he had his hair he had the curly thing that was receding. He wore, but that was so weird. Why did that Bruce Wayne wear glasses? But no, Kilmer was like, he really represented that Bruce Wayne, that dashing bachelor looking dude, And, he was a good Batman. He really was. Grace is at it again saying about the reboot. Whatever. Don't listen to her. We'll see what happens. What if New Line kept Blade? Yeah. Hopefully get more Blade movies. Robin Williams was such a brilliant performer. It would have definitely been great to see him as Riddler or as a Joker. I think he would have been a fantastic Riddler. Yeah, for sure. It would have been a totally different thing and just crazy. But yeah. Val had a mole on his face and blonde hair. Lol. You realize that Ben Affleck has a mole on his face, right? But his hair was like dirty blonde in Batman Forever. Yeah, Affleck literally has a mole right here where you could see it through the mask and shit like that. And people could easily be like, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, but we don't look at that. Matt Reeves, Batman take on Deathstroke and Hugo Strange. That'd be sweet. I hope that'd be nice if Reeves actually does Hugo Strange. I would like to see that. Court of Owls. And he's, Long Halloween. He says that's one of his favorite stories. And I think he's going to very much have, to me, what Reeves has been saying about his Batman, I think he's going to have a big time noir tone that is much like Batman Year One and Long Halloween. I think he's really going to stem from those tone wise, to really tell that kind of just that detective story. And I hope there's voiceover. That'd be sweet. We'll see. Dave, out of all the films that have never been made and we've heard about, is there a specific movie that you would like to see be made? The Joker and Harley movie. I want to see a Joker and Harley Natural Born Killers type movie. I think that would be fucking awesome. I don't think it's going to happen now, but it would be fucking sweet. My God. Do you think Tim Burton's Batman 3 would have done well? Yes! Yes! Maybe. He did want Marlon. Didn't he cast Marlon Wayans as Dick Grayson? I mean, that was really bad. I know there was that whole thing. That sounds like it was awful. Because Marlon Wayans, I mean, he's funny. I'll give him that. I enjoyed him in all the parody movies that they did. The Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Your Juice in South Central, whatever the hell. That was funny. Scary movies. All those movies, they're funny. He's funny in those. But to have him as Robin? Remember he was in the first G.I. Joe? What the fuck? Marlon Wayans was a G.I. Joe. What? I actually saw Marlon and Sean Wayans over at the Improv over here in Ontario, California. And Marlon Wayans was, when he came on, started off great, and then he just started doing his, he was just going crazy. And I was just like, good God, man. And then Sean Wayans came, Sean Wayans was first. And Sean Wayans killed it. He killed it. But Marlon Wayans, No. All Sport, that was not Sean Wayans in G.I. Joe. That was Marlon Wayans. Look it up. That was not Sean Wayans. Sean Wayans didn't pursue acting like Marlon Wayans did. Sean Wayans was just in their movies. He didn't go off and try to do all these other movies. Marlon Wayans did. Yeah, look it up. IMDb that shit. That's Marlon Wayans. Dave, have you read the article saying that episode 9 will appease Last Jedi? Well, of course it will. It's JJ. I mean, I think Johnson was really trying to do just something different and really break down these characters, and people didn't like it. And and as much as I was okay with it, like I said, that third act is way stronger than that final act is way stronger than Force Awakens final act. Yeah, I don't know if it was right to do it. I think if Johnson starts off that new trilogy and really makes that trilogy his own, I think people will be okay with it, and everything's going to be okay with that whole thing. But the fact of the matter is, to end this saga with these 9 movies with all these characters, they probably should have just kept. They probably. I get it. I get it. I do get it. I was thinking about that not too long ago. It was like, to have all these movies kind of run in the same, style and tone, and then to have Rian Johnson come in with the 8th one and go, hey, I'm going to try something different and really do this. I don't think people were ready for it. But I think, if they do his own trilogy that's separate from this a little bit, I think it'd be okay. But the fact of the matter is, when JJ brought it back and rebooted, and everybody loved the shit out of it, even though it was kind of a rehash, and I get that, but he did a very good job at being like, remember this, but then I also have this. Remember this? I'm setting up this too. So I think it'll be fine. We'll see what happens. Please, hottest beauty of the DCU, Amy Adams. Well, I mean, Gal Gadot, Margot Robbie. Those three are like the Trinity. I'll give it that. Yeah, you're good. Favorite band out of the big four, Metallica. Hands down. I've seen Metallica 4 times. Never was really a big Anthrax fan. I like Jesus Christ. I can't even think of the other two. Wow. Symphony of Destruction. Oh, wow. Jeez. What's Dave Mustaine's band? Oh my God. See, please, somebody help me. I cannot think right now. Megadeth. Jesus. Like, seriously, it was there and I could not think of it. And then what's the fourth big four band? Metal band. God, I am totally just blanking right now. Anthrax, Metallica, Megadeth, and then Jesus Christ. What's the last one? Rain of Blood. Slayer. Jesus, man. I'm telling you guys, it's been a long week. And then, yeah, the vodka is hitting me. Oh, yeah, I love thrash metal, dude. Totally into thrash metal. Totally into thrash metal. So, yeah. Oh, man. So, Alice in Chains, then Slayer. What? There's no Alice in Chains in thrash. Alice in Chains was part of the grunge. They were part of the grunge, but they had a metal vibe to them. Some of those riffs. Guns N' Roses, Nickelback. These guys. Jeez. Mega Man? Mega Man. There's a 3-hour cut of Superman, the movie. It's pretty good. Was it 3 hours or is that the Donner cut? I can't even remember how long that fucking movie was. So I can live with an animated part 4 and 5 of Snyder's Arc, but give us the Snyder Cut live action. Yeah, that'd be nice. It's like, on the DC streaming service, it'd be sweet, to, hey, just put it on there and then give us the rest, whatever. Gal's the only acceptable answer. Yeah, she's just so gorgeous. So Dave's a metal guy. Nice, yeah. I like it, the metal. I like it. I've been a diehard Metallica fan for a while. I'm not like, when it comes to like the newer metal stuff, I like the Slipknots and stuff like that. But that old school metal was always, that thrash metal was always a fan of mine. I was always a fan of that. I just never really got into Anthrax. When it comes to the big four, I never got into Anthrax, but I got into Megadeth, Slayer, and then, of course, Metallica. And, give me some Metallica. I know I was just big time into Metallica, so I still am, Would love to see those guys before they call it quits. Yeah, Load does suck. Now, there's some good songs on there, but I would say that's their weakest album. They have Ferris. Load has the worst Metallica song that I refuse to listen to. If it comes up on the radio, I will change the channel. But the other song I can stand. Hero of the Day by Metallica. Oh, it's so bad. Jesus Christ. Megadeth had a lot of technical playing. Yeah, that's the thing. It's so weird because, Dave Mustaine got, he got fired from Metallica. He got pulled up before they did their first album. He was the lead guitarist before they got Kurt Hammett. And then he went off and did his own thing. So I think it worked out. And hey, I'm not saying Anthrax is bad. They're good. I just never got into them. Yeah, when it comes to Megadeth, yeah, you listen to those riffs. I mean, Symphony of Destruction, it has one of my favorite riffs. Acting like a robot. In his voice. Metal brain corrodes. Oh, for the heavens. Here I am doing impressions again. I can do a good Dave Mustaine. Hello, me. It's me again. It's nice to meet me. Yeah, there you go. Cheers. Fucking Megadeth, man. And no, that's good shit. But the thing is, I still like Metallica more. Even though the drumming and a lot of the riffs are a lot more technical, there's just something about Metallica. Yeah, Holy Wars is great. I give it. Yeah, I cannot listen alone to this day. I can. There's some good songs there. I like King Nothing and shit like that, you know. Would have loved to see Queen, I think you're saying, in last concert. Yeah, that would have been, yeah. Queen is awesome. Do you think the sex trafficker Batman beat up in BVS was connected to Black Mask? Possibly. You never know. You never know. So put those three beauties together, Amy, Gal, and Margot, in the DCU's Charlie's Angels. They're not going to do that. It'd be fucking sweet, but they're not going to do that. 9 Inch Nails till I fucking die. Yeah. I haven't seen them live. I've seen Tool live. Tool's amazing. But who knows when they're going to release their new album. My God. Dave, do you think Shazam will make more money than Aquaman? No. But you never know. You never know. So, you know, he very well could. Creed! With arms wide open, under her. I'll show you everything. What the fuck did you guys have me do here? Black Sabbath's the greatest band in the world. Yeah, dude, Black Sabbath created fucking metal, dude. Oh, there's an Ashton Kutcher episode now. Ugh. Sorry. But yeah, Black Sabbath. Did you ever listen? Mr. Black Sabbath 1993? Do you know the reason how they created the sound of metal? It was basically what's his name? And I'm so bad at names right now. Who's the guitar player in Black Sabbath? Somebody hurry up. I can't think of his name, but you know, he was working at a steel mill, or he was bending steel or whatever. Come on. It's there. Hi, Kathy. Hi. Not Jake Lloyd, you fucking assholes. God. Tony Iommi, right? Yeah. So he was working at a steel factory. Yes, thank you. Tony Iommi. He was working at a steel factory. And don't even get me started on Pantera. Diamond Dallas Page. And then his brother died recently too. Drummer of Pantera. Cheers to those guys. Paul Vinny. Anyways, cheers to the Pantera guys. But anyways, Tony Iommi was working at a steel mill. He was cutting metal, or he was actually, he wasn't supposed to, but he ended up getting put on the machine to cut metal, and apparently he cut the fingertips off of his middle and ring finger, or was it his other fingers? I don't know. He cut the tips off of some of his fingers. So in order to play guitar, he melted rubber onto his fingertips so he could still play guitar and hold the strings, but he had to detune. He had to down-tune the guitar in order for it to sound right. And that's how the metal riff was basically created. So, yes, we owe Black Sabbath everything when it comes to metal. Fucking love Black Sabbath. Was reading Ozzy Osbourne's biography. What a great, yeah, I'm sure I should read that too. I'm sure it's great. How dare you say Pantera is overrated? Come on. There's some good riffs on there. I mean, even like Walk is just like two notes. And it's just so... Come on. Pantera is good. Can't say that. The Art of Shred, that is a great song. Beatles created music as we know it after Buddy Holly died. Yeah, the Beatles, yeah. Not going to say they don't. When me and my mom were driving up to Tahoe, she had the satellite, she had the XM radio on. She loves the Beatles. She had it on. I had no qualms with it. You know? Yeah, Pantera was the real deal. Motherfuckers! Don't you be hating on that fucking Pantera. They were the shit. Domination is awesome. Hell yeah. Most overrated movie of 2018. Fuck. What was Venom? No. Close, but no. Overrated movie? I don't know. Can't think of what would be that. Long before the next Justice League is an all-female film. Dave, you're goofy goat. Thank you. So go real hard with Hans Zimmer. I would love to see Hans Zimmer live. My God. Yeah, Linkin Park. I never got into Linkin Park that much. Mr. One Step Too Far. Never got into him that much, but there's a couple songs I liked, and I saw them live because they toured with Metallica, and I saw them with them, and they were actually really good live. So Black Panther was most over somewhat. The fact that it's getting awards attention is like, fuck you. Ozzy's a hack, stole everyone's credit. Uh-oh. Got somebody, but he was in the first rendition of Black Sabbath before what's his nuts? Holy Dive. The one thing I demand from DCU besides Snyder Cut is friggin' Man of Steel 2. Hopefully that happens. But you never know. God, Dave is turning into what? How dare you say I turn it into Campea? Dave, Mick Jagger and Rolling Stones. It's crazy that they're still fucking doing it. My God. Dave, you seen the Raid movies? Hell yeah. I've seen the first Raid movie more than the second. I mean, that's some of the best fight choreography you'll ever see on film. Those guys are nuts. Yeah, Ronnie James Dio. May he rest in peace. Cheers. Holy Dive. But come on. Same thing with Van Halen. It's like, to me, Black Sabbath is Ozzy. And to me, Van Halen is David Lee Roth. I can't, not Van Hagar. And then Dio Sabbath, it's good in its own thing, but when I hear those songs, I'm like, that's not those bands. When you change the lead singer, that's difficult, man. With the trends of girl power flicks, why wouldn't they do because it's so outlandish? I don't know. I just don't see them doing that. I don't know. I just don't. But you never know. I can't, who knows? Amber Heard is the hottest. Yeah, she's quite gorgeous. I'll give her that. Aqualad should appear in Aquaman 2. Yes, he should. Reinventing the sidekick. Yeah, why not? Metallica is Dave Mustaine. Well, what? I mean, I know with the first album and a little bit of the Ride the Lightning album, he created a lot of those solos, but come on. I mean, as much as I like Dave Mustaine, he's a good lead singer and he's come up with some good riffs, and yeah, he's great, but I mean, Kirk Hammett, he's the beast. Oh, Megadeth is also here's this guy. Oh, I love that we got into the metal talk. That's pretty cool. You like the old ass midlife crisis Peter Parker from I do. I thought that was great. I really did. Into the Spideyverse is just so fucking good. It was like I said, it was one of my favorite movies of last year. It was really good. Led Zeppelin stole 90% of only good albums they made. Well, if you say so, they're still fucking good. I mean, Dave, the girl in Game Night who thought she was with Denzel Washington should have been in Black Canary. You think so? I thought everybody wanted Kathleen Winnick or whatever the hell, the chick from Vikings. They wanted her. I kind of wanted Lady Gaga. I'm not going to lie. I wanted Lady Gaga as Black Canary, but whatever. It's all good. I thought that would have been an interesting choice, but just saying. Not my Superman is stupid as the Antifa, not my president. Yeah. Oh, good old Antifa. Jesus. Those guys. Everything of keeping up a full beard. You know what, guys? And I've actually, some of the haters out there, they've made fun of the fact that I really can't, and I can't, and I'll be the first to say that. I can't really grow a full beard. My dad is the same way, and that's where I get the genes from. My dad has, he's Mexican. He's always had a mustache, and he's also had this too at times, but he can't grow a full beard, and I really can't either. If you look, I can grow a goatee and all this like crazy, and it goes down here, and I got the neck beard shit going, but I can't grow a full beard. I can't. It just doesn't look good right here. It's so peach fuzzy and so thin. I can't do it, but I can grow this. And I have done it a couple times where I have grown this, and I've done it many times where I just had the goatee. So Dave's supposed to be a critic. What? Thank you. Dave is awesome. Cool. Dave, your thoughts on the Rock snowflake comments? Good. Good for him. I saw that today. And good for fucking him. Because he got shit for, oh my God, Skyscraper? They're really going to have The Rock, who's not an amputee, play an amputee? Jesus Christ. It's getting so ridiculous. And they were giving shit to Bryan Cranston because in his new movie, The Upside, he's not actually a paraplegic, not fucking paralyzed from the neck down. And it's like, okay, if you're going to do that, go after Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart's not a guy hard out for cash. Kevin Hart's rich as shit. So that's not accurate either. It's so stupid, man. Acting is supposed to be, you're supposed to, actors want to play a character that is very unlike them. It's because it's challenging. And now we can't do that. Fake news. He posted on Instagram and said an interview was bogus. What are we talking about? Shit. See, that's the thing. There's so many conversations going. I don't know what Steven's talking about. Oh, are you talking about The Rock? That was bogus? Shit. Really? No. Jake Lloyd will play Batman. Matt Reeves Batman. And Hayden Christensen will play a transgender Poison Ivy. That's the best one right there. Cheers to you. Really? That was a fake interview? Oh, man. That's the thing. I just saw something come across my feed, and just like how a lot of people do, I didn't actually read the goddamn article. But he should. That's the thing. The Rock, he stays under the radar. Because as far as I know, yeah, he said in an interview it didn't happen. Said the original source totally fabricated. He didn't even talk to them. Damn. But the thing is, though, I think he would actually say that. Because The Rock's The Rock. And The Rock is, as far as I could tell, he's fairly conservative. That's why he doesn't talk really about politics. Because, yeah. The Rock's going to get shit for Black Adam, even though the character is not black. Who knows? I think that Joker trailer is going to come out of nowhere. Yeah, probably. It's going to be like a teaser trailer first. It's going to be like this, like a crazy teaser. Probably similar to the vein of that first video where you seen him in there. See, there you go. The Rock is mad conservative. Yeah. I've always known that too. He's always been a conservative dude, but he can't say anything because that would literally ruin his career. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad that there are conservative actors out there that can't say anything? Chris Pratt, he's a conservative actor that he's gotten shit for talking about blue collar stuff and everything. Yeah. There's a lot of people. There are a lot of guys. I don't know if he's like big time conservative, but he's got conservative values. That's why he doesn't talk about it. I think a lot of these guys are more like middle libertarian. But in these days, if you don't fully agree with liberal or, full on hard liberal or far left, you're considered conservative and just a bigot. So that's just the way it is nowadays. Like I've always considered myself liberal, but, some of I don't agree with everything like that. And then I have family who is conservative, and I take in some of that too. And I'm talking about my Mexican side, not my white side. That's what's funny. So yeah, imagine if Tropic Thunder came out today. The controversy. Oh yeah, they couldn't do it. It's so funny because that came out 10 years ago. Tropic Thunder came out 10 years ago. That's not that long ago. And they couldn't do that to this day now. 10 years later, they couldn't do that movie. Even though Robert Downey Jr. did a fantastic job. Robert Downey Jr. got nominated for a goddamn Golden Globe for his role. It was hilarious. It's awful. Pratt praised Jesus after winning I was so proud, and I'm an atheist. I'm an atheist too, but good for him. I expect people who complained about Rami Malek playing Freddie Mercury not being the guy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Taron Egerton, he's going to get shit too because he's not really gay. So stupid. Yeah. Have you watched The Outsider on Netflix? I have not. I've heard good things, though. You said your father is Mexican, so you speak Spanish? Not You got to realize my Mexican side is pretty whitewashed. My dad doesn't even speak fluent Spanish because my grandparents, his parents, when they moved here and then they started a family, they actually were like, no, we're gonna teach the kids English and this, that, and this. My uncle and my other uncle was a cop. They know Spanish. My dad really doesn't know that much Spanish. My nana, my grandma, and my grandpa, they are of course fluent speaking Spanish, but they didn't. They really didn't teach their kids Spanish. So I know some Spanish, but not a lot. So a little bit about me. Half blackface? What? No, we Mexican Americans are not super conservative. That's the thing, though. My Mexican side has, I think, more. I have a good. My white side has conservative, and so does my Mexican side. It's pretty equal. It's crazy how that works. Dave, do you believe in God? What about new gods? I see what you did there, Mr. Wolf. I'm an atheist. I need a little more proof. So, atheist, agnostic, what do you want to call it? I don't shit on anybody who's religious. If you're religious, do your thing. I don't care. Do your thing. I don't mind. New gods, I'm worried about because, like I said, wrinkle in time sucked my butt. Anyways, Tom Segura is half Latino and speaks Spanish. Yeah, he does. See, that's one of my goals this year, Mr. One Step. I want to learn full-on Spanish. I want to go to my Nana's house and talk to her in Spanish this year because she's like 86 years old. She's not going to be here too much longer. I think it'd be awesome if I showed up and I just started speaking to her in Spanish. That's one of my goals this year that I need to get onto is to learn full-on Spanish. Right now it's poquito, muy poquito. So, yeah, but Tom Segura, he looks like a big white guy. And yeah, he speaks fluent Spanish, and I love that about him. He talks about that. So, yeah. So that's one of my goals for this year. I long suspected that Amy Adams is conservative. Yeah, she was in Vice. Who knows? Like I said, any actor that's conservative, they're not going to fucking say it, except for James Woods. He don't give a shit. He'll say that. Is Edgar Wright and Zack Snyder friends? I wish, because those are two of my top favorite directors right there. That'd be sweet. Bring Chris Wong on the stream. I want to see that man buzzed. Well, if Chris is watching, I do want to have him on. I don't know if it should. I think I'm going to ask him, what does he prefer to come on to? Does he want to come on the Vodka stream or the Film Junket podcast? It'd be awesome. I think I'd prefer the Vodka stream. I don't know if he drinks vodka, which is fine. I think he's a beer guy. He's a big-time beer guy, which I'm all about. Oh, is Mel Gibson conservative? Yeah, I think he is. Clint Eastwood, also conservative. So, yeah, there's some out there, but yeah, I'm not conservative, but I'm also not liberal. I'm in between. Yeah, see, a lot of people are. It's crazy. A lot of people are considering. I consider myself now more in the middle because I'm like, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm like, I'm pro-choice, but I'm all about, not having, there's just a lot of things, If you learn Spanish, make sure you work on speaking with no accent. As Spanish speaker, it's kind of awkward. Yes. Thank you, Mr. XOZL or whatever the fuck. Okay. Back to when I was in high school. Okay. I took Spanish 2.1. I don't know why they call it 2.1 when it was actually like less than Spanish 2. Very strange. But I took it for summer school. Okay. Spanish 2.1 I took for summer school class just to get the extra creds. And my first teacher that I had was a white lady who, really? Robert Downey Jr. is pretty conservative? Interesting. He doesn't mention it though either. See, that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, for summer school between I think 11th and 12th grade, because I wanted to make sure I had no sixth period for senior year, I took Spanish 2.1, and my first teacher was a white lady who spoke fluent Spanish, and she had that inflection on her voice. She tried to do the accent, and it just didn't sound right. I couldn't say. But what was funny is She got sick. I think she got pregnant and was having a miscarriage. It was very, very strange. And they went through like 6 different teachers throughout the whole summer school, which was like a month and a half or almost 2 months. I think it was like 8 weeks or something like that, or 7. And there was one teacher she was Latina, and she came in, and that sounded natural. And I was like, cool. But there was also a teacher that could barely speak English, which was very difficult. She only lasted for about a week, and then she was gone. Yeah, it was crazy. Chris Evans went to a rival high school of mine. Granted, he graduated 10 years before I did. Yeah. Give us a Chris Wong cut of, yeah. Is Josh Brolin conservative? Who knows? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell who is. RBJ is probably more moderate, but in the past, he's credited his prison time to making him. Yeah, see? But they won't mention it because you can't nowadays. You know? You can't be a celebrity and say you're conservative. Like I said, unless you're James Woods or Dean Cain. Those two don't care. But, yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that. Dave, what do you think of Glass? Looking forward to it. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Open up a global. I see what you did there, Nowhere Man. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? The little dodgeball reference. Edgar Wright should be in the new. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Edgar Wright and Snyder teaming up. Dave, Jimmy Kimmel has gotten too PC and annoying. Yeah, and I feel sorry for his fellow Man Show host, Mr. Adam Carolla, who they used to host the Man Show with. That's the thing is, because I listen to Adam Carolla's podcast almost daily because I love Adam Carolla, and him and Jimmy Kimmel are still very good friends. But when you listen to both of them talk, yeah, Kimmel is super liberal because he has to be, sadly. And Adam Carolla doesn't give a fuck about what the hell. He doesn't give a shit. So that must be a little difficult. Very difficult. But yeah, and it kind of sucks with that. But it was kind of funny because the right was trying to get Kimmel in trouble for doing blackface because he played Karl Malone in some old sketches. You know, they try to get him for that. And that's dumb. It's like, don't play the same game, somebody doing blackface. Yeah, I became an Adam Carolla fan from Loveline. Yeah, so did I. That's when I first found a love for Adam Carolla. And then I watched The Man Show. And then I didn't listen to anything for a while. But Carolla, he was like one of the podcast founders. Him and Joe Rogan were like the podcast fathers. So now I listen to Adam Carolla, and Adam and Dr. Drew, they have their own podcast too. So Chuck Norris, yeah, I mean, obviously he's conservative. Come on. It's Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, man. He doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth away from him. My God. Oh, yeah. But that's the thing. It just sucks that, these actors, they can't announce that they are, or else their careers are ruined. It's so weird. Do you watch Rick and Morty? Fuck yeah. Love Rick and Morty. I mean, my friend introduced it to me. There was some substance involved when he introduced it to me that required a bong to smoke it. And then he was like, have you watched Rick and Morty? And we watched it. And I was like, I literally said, dude, this is Back to the Future on acid. Fucking A. It's Rick and Morty is basically Doc Brown and Marty McFly, but in an acid trip. John Voight is also conservative. I can see that. Fallon and his fake ass laugh. Yeah, he's weird. I like Fallon on Saturday Night Live, but I don't really like. Yes, a bong. Come on, you don't think I've smoked weed in my time? Come on. Have you heard Carolla talk on Howard Stern's comments about podcasting being for losers? Oh yeah. That's the thing is Carolla, when he goes off on a rant, it's like he's just so fucking good. So good. So, but anyways, guys, all right. I think I'm going to wrap this up. It's already been 83 minutes. Just goes by so quick, man. And I appreciate you guys, but I think I got one good drink left. And yeah, worst and best Snyder film. Is there really a worst? No. But I won't answer that. Stallone, yeah, whatever. Dave, answer my question. For Big Berto, would you play her? Who? Oh, I thought you said, would you? See, the vodka's kicking in. Who should play her? I need to go to bed. I don't know. That's so hard. I'm sorry. I can't. Not Oprah. Not for sure. I know a lot of people thought Kathy Bates. That's not a bad, it's not bad, but whatever. All right, man. All right, guys. I said, all right, man. All right, guys. This is my last drink. I appreciate you guys clicking in. And Sucker Punch is good. I haven't, I don't know. It's hard to, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys coming in and talking to me. You guys are awesome. Until next weekend, here's the last drink to the vodka stream for this Friday. So good. So good, guys. All right, cheers. Love you guys. All right. I will talk to you guys later.